Well, at least he said GG.
Yeah. That was probably the shortest game that we're going to see in the entire tournament.
Probably
that may be the shortest game that I think we're going to see in any Korean or non-Korean tournament
ever.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure of that. Okay, well, IdrA has chosen Shin Chupang-young as his next map.
Yeah, I guess let's go on to that. Let's go on to something a little bit more interesting.
That's okay. Let's go into the next game. And here we go. This is now IdrA's map choice, and it is going to be Chupang-young. And this is a very good map for Terran versus Protoss.
This is a great map for Terran versus Protoss. We can see some very dynamic games on a map like this one. Let's talk about that previous game though, because that kind of hit me before I was ready. I'm still digesting that one.
You know, that game was IdrA basically trying to cheese, so his economy's already hurt. The probe sees him, so he cancels whatever cheese he's going to do. He's going to play straight up from there, and then he gets gassed. Okay, on Medusa, the 10-15 capital of the world.
Yes.
You know, he's going to get 2-gate range rushed. His gas is taken. He has no economy. I mean, he probably was just thinking he's going to die to that rush. He had no builds ready to back up if that happened. He's just like, you know what? Instead of frustrate myself, maybe I'll just out.
Yeah. I don't really blame him in that situation. And sometimes we don't see Korean pro gamers do that enough. When you know that, okay, there's no way I'm going to win this, and honestly, I might have a long series ahead of me. Let me save my energy for a series that I can focus on, and kind of preserve my psyche.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to be sitting here remembering this humiliating game with failed cheese, followed up by, is the probe going to get in? No. That SCV is too fat, and IdrA's micro is too big. No, it's not. Wow. Is he going to lose the gas again?
Oh, my.
That was close.
You know, Fenix must have been thinking, maybe I can get another free win.
And maybe I'll make IdrA leave the game again.
Yeah, I don't think so. Not this time, Fenix. Sorry.
If that was a ladder game, you wouldn't even have gotten a loss.
Yeah, it's so true. You know,
that's what a lot of those Terran players do when I take their gas on iCup. They just leave, and I go, oh, I'm so angry.
You know what? Actually, you can report that on iCup.
Really?
And you get the win for it. In fact, I played a pro game of Protoss on it. I later heard that it was Bisu's account, and he had gone up to my base on Blue Storm to make a pylon and gateways. But being an iCup player, I just bring all my SCVs over there because I already know there's going to be a gateway because I'm in the C channel.
Yeah.
You know, that's what happens in the C channel.
That's the
Blue
C channel,
Storm.
man.
That is it. I mean, I go Protoss
gateways
there.
in your main and 2-hatch Hydra if you're Protoss, rushing your front.
Yeah, and
it is a dangerous place, the C channel, man.
Yeah, when I brought my SCVs over and Bisu just left the game on his Smurf account, I then went and reported him for doing so. They gave him a loss, gave me a win, and he ended up being 50-1. That one loss was to me.
You have beaten Bisu.
In a sense.
You are so cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
You know, a long time ago, I once beat Nada when he went Medic Marine against me, and I was Protoss,
really?
But that was a really long time ago.
A really long time ago. Like 10 years. Like Nada was 12.
It was like before the game was out.
You playing on the beta before Medic.
That was back when I was in high school, man.
Wow.
That was long ago, man.
Wow.
But
pretty old.
he also went Medic Marine, so
Hey,
I mean, obviously, he beat me 3 times after that, but
we're basically champions.
Yeah, we're basically really good.
Yep.
You know, I mean,
just like these guys that
we're
watching here.
Yeah, these guys are also really good.
Yeah.
And what can we say about this game here?
You know, not too much. It looks like it's opening with Fenix just trying to kill the SCV before he shows his tech. This is just so standard. But he made a Nexus. Never mind. All right, so Fenix going for a fast expand off of 1 gateway. This is kind of standard. So I'm thinking he's going to follow it up with a 2-base cheese again because you don't want to play a totally standard game against IdrA.
Oh, nice.
You know, yeah, that was actually
That's
a nice
pretty
spot
sexy.
right there. Yeah.
Ooh.
I like that.
Handsome points for that.
Yeah.
That was a slick little move there by Protoss.
Phoenix knows how to get rid of those SCVs.
Yeah,
it's
man.
like part of his strategy overall. And, it's a smart strategy. It's so good against IdrA, and Phoenix realizes this.
Well, Phoenix, I like watching players like Phoenix. I think Dino, or Dino T, am I saying his name right, from Chile? He's another example of South American player who's just very good and uses his brain very well. Because Phoenix is one of these guys who he always knows how to outsmart you. He's a very tricky guy, but being able to do stuff like that involves killing off SCVs early on. Now, note this though, that Greg, knowing that he's against a sneaky player, is sending out an additional worker, and unfortunately for Phoenix, he might not be able to block this in time. He's going to get scouted.
Yeah, and this scout is going to do a lot for IdrA. He's going to figure out exactly what's going on for Phoenix, and that's what IdrA needs to win games. And, if you look at the mini-map, that SCV has scouted the entire top left. So if there is any cheese left, any place left to proxy, it's kind of in bad spots. So he's going to try to scout this main out. Citadel and Robo. I am getting angry.
Somebody buy some more wine, because that's going to taste pretty good with this cheese.
Yeah.
I mean, this is...
Don't worry, Tasteless. I have plenty of wine for you. He's going to put DTs in a shuttle, and that just isn't fair.
Oh, and then you're going to be the angry Terran player, man.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have a big banana grin on my face, because IR will win today if he manages to pull it off. But yeah, this is kind of an abnormal tech from Protoss. This is not what a textbook play. It's good. I mean, we've seen it before, but it's certainly not what all Protoss players are doing on iCup.
Yeah, one gateway expand into a DT drop. It can really catch your opponent off guard because, as you said, it's not standard. So. Phoenix, he's pretty smart to do something like this. DT drops overall, a very powerful move, especially against IdrA.
Well, against this build specifically, because if anything, he's going to expect a Reaver, and that requires different turret placement.
Yes.
If you're going to deal with a DT drop, you need the turret right next to the command center, hugging the command center, and you're going to need an academy. And I don't think we're going to see that right away here.
Yeah, it's more important to have the turrets on the edge of your base against Reaver than inside of your base against DT drops.
Right.
It's just, if the turret's on the edge of his base because he thinks that a Reaver drop's coming, you can just fly the shuttle over it, drop out the DTs, kill that turret, or run away from the turret.
Right,
and there's just no way to deal with that.
Now, Greg is doing a two-fact timing push. I remember C doing this fairly often. He was quite good at this as well. This is a very good early push. And this is also something that's kind of not so ordinary, coming from IdrA, which is not so ordinary to see ever with IdrA, because IdrA pretty much usually does the same style every game. So he is mixing it up again. That's a little bit. That's good to see. He's learning more styles, and I don't think this is what Phoenix really expected.
Yeah, and look at this now. We see the shuttle's coming, 2 DTs inside of it, and I think IdrA does not have a scanner yet, does he? So
no, I don't think he does. If he gets this turret, and he gets the SCV getting the turret.
And he does, so these tanks are going to have to run away. Mines being laid in the path, but these mines may cause a problem. Oh, one mine dragged into that tank. Another and another.
Oh, my God.
Wow.
I don't think Greg should have been laying mines in that pattern at all. I mean, that's just sloppy play there by IdrA.
Yeah, and you know what? That reminds me of the old Chinese proverb. How many mines does a DT drag? Yeah, that was absolutely ridiculous. I heard damaged DTs drag even more mines than healthy.